Hi, this is Jean. So, I often use dip pen for inking my illustrations, and you guys can see some of my drawing process here on my channel. If you're new, please subscribe to my channel. I'll be talking more about traditional inking, my art process, things like that. So, dip pen is a traditional ink pen, and it consists of several nibs, a pen holder, and ink. Today, I'll be sharing some of the pros and cons when using dip pen for your drawings. Because the reason why other professional artists use this, it's not just because it looks cool. So let's talk about some advantages when using it. The first is it can give you different flow of strokes without needing to change pen. That's one of the best perks when using dip pen. You can make thin or thick lines depending on how much you put pressure and speed when using it. You don't have to switch to another pen when you need to have or to do heavy strokes or line art. Usually, other artists only use one to two nibs for their works. One is for the fine lines, and the other is for regular inking, like this nib. That's how flexible you can do with dip pen. The second is that it can be used for months or years because that's how usually sturdy it is. I've been using this dip pen for a couple of months now, and I do intense inking. You guys can see some of my time-lapse artworks here on my channel, and it take me long hours or even days just to finish one artwork. And so far, its condition is still really good. The nib doesn't rust easily as long as you clean it properly, and mine is still as good as brand new. The third is that it's more cost efficient than buying other fine liner pens. Mine is not even branded. I bought this for only $6 because this is my first dip pen purchase, and I'm quite a cheapskate. I believe that I don't necessarily need an expensive tool for drawing if I'm not yet confident using it. I have to practice first before investing to a branded dip pen. No matter how expensive art materials I use, if my skills are not that good, then the output will not be that good enough as well. So, there are a lot of options to choose that are cheaper yet with still good quality. All you have to buy sometimes is the ink, but there are also different types of ink that are affordable. This small bottle of ink lasted me months already, and so you won't really buy that often. Now for its disadvantages. Well, there's no really major downside when using it, especially if you're patient enough to learn how to properly use this pen. But there are two things that you might want to know before you consider switching to dip pen. First is that it can be a bit messy. Since the ink is separate from pen, if you're not careful enough, there will be some ink stains on your hands, table, or worse, you might accidentally spill it on your artwork. I see some artists even use disposable gloves when using dip pen, so make sure to be mindful of your ink. It's good to have a clean cloth or tissue beside you to wipe those ink stains. And lastly, it takes practice. Dip pen can be quite sensitive with how you control pressure and speed while inking. If you put too much pressure, you might have inconsistent lines, or it might also scrape and ruin the surface of your paper. If you can't control the dip pen, you might have ink blots or squiggly lines in your artwork. So, yeah, it takes practice and patience. Those are the things that you might want to know if you're new to using dip pens. If you want me to talk more about the type of nibs, inks, or how I usually use them, please comment down below so I can consider making videos about them in the future. I hope this video was helpful for you guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you guys on my next video. Paalam! Dip pen. Dip. 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 Duh. Dip pen. Dip pen. Okay. Why is it so hard to